Happy Crockin' Monday, y'all.
Mother's Day is coming up, so we're really excited. We have both of our mamas in the kitchen today, crocking with us. We're going to be showcasing 2 of their yummy recipes that made it into the cookbook. We had a lot of Crockin' community submissions, but we also have a lot from our family and friends, so we're excited to show you 2 of our family favorites.
With the cookbook, there are a couple of features that we absolutely love. One of my favorite features is that every recipe has a photograph to go with it. I love this because I wouldn't normally cook a new recipe if I don't see a photograph. So
I think it's great too. Your kids can sit down and kind of pick out what they want to eat for dinner.
What do you want to eat?
My favorite feature of the cookbook is that it doesn't matter if you're in the beginning of the cookbook or at the end of the cookbook. The pages lay flat very nicely for you. They're not going to flip while you're cooking, so you don't have to get your messy cooking hands on your pretty pages of your cookbook. It stays put for you. And that's, to me, when Nicole and I were doing this cookbook, we had a few features that were must-haves in the book, and so we're really pleased with the outcome.
And if you haven't ordered your cookbook and would like one, you can find it at crockingirls.com, or you can find it in participating bookstores.
Hey y'all, this is my Mama Tammy, or Peppy as the grandkids call her, and she's here to walk us through a family favorite recipe. It's actually a recipe put in the Slow Cooking Companion to honor my Grammy. It's a stovetop recipe that my mom turned slow cooking, and I'm really excited to have her here for the Mother's Day video because I was the best Mother's Day gift she ever received, being born on Mother's Day. So she's going to walk us through it, and this is a good one to show you on video because it actually has a few more steps than just the regular dump in and go recipe, but it's worth it in the end.
Thanks for having me. First of all, you're going to take a pound of hamburger meat, a third to half a pound of breakfast pork sausage. You're going to mix that around, and then you're going to put in a cup of rice.
Is that just regular rice?
Just long grain regular rice. You're going to mix that up. You're also going to put in 2 to 3 cloves of chopped garlic.
Now we have about 6 cloves chopped because the recipe calls for 6. We're going to use it a little later on, so we're only going to put half of that in there.
Right. You're going to add that to this. And then you're just going to mix this around. Now feel free to get your hands in there and mix it around.
I'll help her. Get it good and mixed up. This is kind of like getting a meatloaf mixed up.
Okay. After you get it mixed up really good, then you're going to take some cabbage leaves that previously I have taken and put in a pan of boiling water. You're going to pour out the cabbage and then set it in the pan. And as the leaves get tender, you're going to take them with some tongs and just place them in a bowl.
Now as the leaves start to fall off, you're going to be left with just the inner, which are the less tender, and that's what's going to be at the top of your bowl, and that's what you're going to start off making your cabbage rolls with, the least tender pieces of cabbage. So show me how it's done.
Okay, first you're going to take...
I don't need to let her know I know how to do this, because then she's going to expect me to be crocking it for her. And I like to go over to Peppy's house and have a meal crocked for me every now and then.
You're going to place approximately, I don't know, 2 to 3 tablespoons, depending on the size of the leaf. You're going to roll it up. You're going to, I like to kind of roll it like a burrito.
Tuck in the sides.
Tuck in the sides. And then you're going to take a
That's kind of pretty. I hope I can do it that good.
And you're going to stick it through there. And then you're going to place it in the crock pot.
And it just can be, doesn't have to be any special way. Just set them in the bottom.
Set them all in the bottom, and then you're going to have probably two to 3 layers, depending on how much.
Okay, I got a skinny leaf. I'm not going to start off with that one. I've got to start off with the easier one to roll.
Okay, you're going to put that in there.
Okay.
I kind of scoop it together.
Tuck it up in there. Okay.
Tuck it in there, and then you're going to roll it. And then you're going to put your toothpick in it.
Pretty easy. Alright, so maybe we can tag team this and get a few done.
Okay.
You'll do a couple more and show them how.
These have been in our family for generations, and they're delicious. We love them. So putting them in the slow cooker was awesome because you're able to cook them
day.
And leave them all day and do what you have to do, and then it's great.
What do you like to cook this with?
Our favorite to eat it with is a bowl of which you can slow cook navy beans and put with it, and then some cornbread.
Which we've also, I love cornbread, and growing up, my grandma, my great-grandma, they always used cornbread with our meals, so I decided to try to do some Crockin cornbread, so that's also featured in the cookbook, so that meal is right there ready for you. We're just going to stop right here, and normally you would finish up all of your meat, all of your cabbage, and get them laid out in the slow cooker, and then you're going to have 2 8-ounce cans of tomato sauce mixed with 5 cans of water, and then the remaining garlic.
The 5 cans, the 8 ounce of water. So
5 cups of water with the tomato sauce.
Then your rest of your garlic.
And get that done in there. And then my mom uses what's called chili blend. But if you can't find it, what do you
Sometimes it's hard to find, so if you can't find it, you can mix together just some chili powder, some garlic powder, some salt, oregano, and ground cumin. Just mix that, make like 3 tablespoons with that, and you're gonna add it to your tomato sauce and water mixture.
And then once all of your cabbage rolls are rolled up, you're just gonna pour this sauce mixture over all of it, and then you're gonna cover it. And how long do you cook it for?
You're gonna cook it for like 6 hours on high, and if you're at work and want it to go a little bit longer, you could do it like on probably 10 hours on low.
Just to make sure all the meat gets cooked through.
And if something happens that it's not quite, you want to cover the cabbage, just add a little bit more water to it.
If you have to, just to cover them all. Well, we hope you enjoy our family recipes as much as we do. Happy Crockin'!
Happy Crockin', y'all!
Hey y'all, I have my mama here today, Kim. She's known as Yaya by the grandkids, and we're glad to have her crocking with us today. We're going to be doing a recipe that is featured in the cookbook. It's one of our family favorites. It's called Donna's Brownies. And these brownies were made by my nanny that even through college, she would call me up and say, Nicole, check your mail. I've got brownies on the way. So we don't have a Donna in our family.
No.
So Mom, can you explain that one?
Donna was a co-worker, and one day she brought the brownies to the office. I asked her for the recipe, and she gave me the recipe without a title, so I titled it Donna's Brownies.
And they've been Donna's Brownies since I was little bitty. I've always, I'd run into Nanny's kitchen and say, Nanny made me some Donna's Brownies. So, another special thing is this mixing bowl. I have a whole set of them, and they were actually given to my mom as her first Mother's Day present by me. Nanny had gone out and purchased these set of mixing bowls, and I use them very regularly. Mom came in the other day and said, when are you gonna get rid of those mixing bowls? And I said, I'm not. So they hold a special place in my heart. We're gonna walk you through the Donna's Brownies. We'll start with the dry ingredients first.
Okay, you'll do 1½ cups of flour, 2 cups of sugar, ½ cup of cocoa. Stir that together.
Get those good and mixed up. Okay.
And once that's mixed up, you'll do 4 eggs that you've beaten well, 2/3 cup of oleo or margarine melted, 2 teaspoons of vanilla, mix that real good.
I literally think that Nanny made these for me almost every time.
Every time you came home.
Yes. Every time I came home.
Did you ever get burnt out on them?
Never. Never.
And then once that's mixed well, you'll do 1 cup of chopped pecans. If my mother was here, she would add 1.5 cups of pecans. Our family loves nuts, and we put them in almost
Everything.
every dessert.
Yeah, almost every cake we make, we top the icing with pecans. And I'm sure you can, yes, please. I'm sure you can use whatever nuts you desire, but we like the pecans. And I don't know if y'all can see this, but it's, you know, it's a thicker batter, but it will come out just fine. So I'm gonna let you
go ahead and spray.
Yeah, go ahead. You spray this with Baker's Joy, and then you just put the batter right in there. This wasn't a slow cooker recipe. We converted it and it turned out great, and I love it because I'm able to, you know, put it in the slow cooker, and like the other day I just put it all in and went outside and played with the kiddos and didn't have to worry about my brownies burning. Now on this one you'll just cover and cook on low for about 2.5–3 hours. On you know, on most of your batters, you're gonna cook it until a toothpick inserted comes out clean. But on this one, if it comes out a little fudgy,
that's the way you want it.
That's exactly how you want it, because they'll continue to cook. You'll just remove the crock from the heat and let them cool. And with these, you can actually just flip them over and then slice them up like brownies, just like we have done. And we've sprinkled some powdered sugar on there. So I hope y'all enjoy. And Mom, thanks for coming and crocking with me. Happy Mother's Day. And happy Mother's Day to y'all too.
Once again, thanks for not only letting Nicole and I into your homes, but our moms as well. Happy Mother's Day to all of you.
Happy crocking, y'all.
Have a good week.
Let's dig into those brownies.
They look good.
Yeah.